telling you not to drink that Coke. But Jane was up in Inter, watching. Good. It's alright, good lad. Yeah. And I'm off to hospital tomorrow to do a few things. Sorry.
Gascoigne. What can you say about Gascoigne? I remember one of the times I just made a statement in the dressing room. I said, I'm going to buy some fireworks. You know, I'm going to get the kids some fireworks for a wee firework display on the 5th of November, obviously. So he turned to me and winked and said, I'm your man for fireworks, he says. I went, aye, here we go. He said, what do you mean? He said, I can get you a £100 box, he says, for a tenner. I said, that's lovely. I said, get me 2 boxes of that, let's be smashing. So he said, the only problem is, he said, I can't tell you where I'm getting them, he said. He said, you need to meet Jimmy, the legendary Jimmy Five Bellies, up the back of the stadium, up the Celtic end, at 8:30 tomorrow morning. I went, okay, so this is some big deal, you know. So anyway, I turned up 8:30, Jimmy's waiting there, opens up his boot, 2 black bin bags, massive things, sticks them in the boot of the car, gives him his 20 quid, away we go. So anyway, that night, I opens the box, I better have a look at these fireworks, I said, so there's a, you know that radiation stamp right across the box.
Biohazard.
That's the one. And you know what it's, I'll never forget what it said underneath it. Spectators must be at least 50 metres from detonation. Right? And you've never seen fireworks like these in your life. Honest to God. I'll move the story on. I'll give you an idea. We're coming back the following weekend. My wife and I were coming back from a do in Glasgow, right? About 1:30 in the morning. And she's on the phone to Gascoigne. Gascoigne wasn't to do it. He said, I'll tell you what I'll do. He said, when you get in the house, and remember he lives in the next village, he said, I've got a couple of those rockets left. He said, I'm going to let one off and I'll point it in the direction of your village and let me know if you see it. Right? This is at 1:30, 1:45. I swear to God, Max, 5 minutes going, I thought, I'm just going to go to sleep. And the next minute, boom! Right? And the whole bedroom lights up. Right? Honest to God. And that's just Gascoigne had set off a rocket from the other village to see if we could see it. Needless to say, the story does not have a happy ending, because 15 minutes later, Gascoigne, courtesy of Glasgow's finest, was sitting in a police cell.
Start getting distracted, you can scrape your feet on the ground and give us something to look at. Is you okay? Just sit still, should be okay. But she probably might look round at the children or something.
The operation.
Well,
Okay. No, you must sit still, otherwise she'll think you're playing, okay?
Right. Sorry.
That's alright.
Sorry about
the...
the...
Sorry, you're doing it.
What?
Knock it down, baby. Knock it down. Knock it down. Big girl. Knock it down. Knock it down. Knock it down. There we go. It should be right.
What bit is there? I remember a true story, Max, honestly. I was in my bed one morning, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, and my wife says to me, she said, there's somebody downstairs. I said, what? She said, I'm telling you right now, she said, there's somebody downstairs. So I listened, and sure enough, I could hear somebody downstairs. Now, I don't know if you ever had that happen in your house at 3 or 4 in the morning, but it's not pleasant. So I jumped up and I got a 3-iron. I'll never forget, I got a 3-iron. Now, I could never hit a 3-iron at the best of times. It's the wrong club I've picked up, clearly. I go downstairs and I can hear noises coming from the kitchen. Right? So you're faced with this prospect of a burglar or whatever it may be, an intruder in the house. So I think, what am I going to do here? I'm just going to have to react to whatever happens. So anyway, I actually kick open the kitchen door. And what I'm faced with is I recognise the back of Paul Gascoigne in my fridge. Now, this is 3:30 in the morning. He doesn't even turn round, right? I say, Paul, what are you doing? He still doesn't turn round and tells me, I'm making a sandwich. I said, you're what? He says, I'm making a sandwich. I said, it's 3:30 in the morning. He said, I know. He said, but I woke up. Now, remember, he lives in the next village. He said, I woke up and I couldn't get back to sleep and I'm hungry and I didn't have any food in the fridge. So my next question is clearly, how did you get in? I says, how did you manage to get in? he said, he says, I remember. He said, remember about 3 or 4 weeks ago, he said, you're on the phone, he said to your missus, and you told her you left the spare key next to in a wee bag underneath the oak tree. He said, I remembered that, and I just thought I'd come and use your key to go and make a sandwich. Honest to God. So I went back up the stairs, and my missus said, what's going on? I said, you're all right. I said, it's only Paul making a sandwich. So, the lad's just, he's a legend, you know, but first and foremost, what a football player. I mean, what a talented football player. And you know, some boys, I actually think we might have got the best of him at Rangers, because he was comfortable, he was happy, he could go and do his fishing, and you know, the whole bit, and the fans, everybody loved him, and how could you not, you know? And he's probably the one player that I ever played with that really could win a game himself, take a game by the scruff of the neck and win a game with just sheer ability and determination and talent. And plus he was somebody. I mean, that story, I'll never forget that story. He used to go fit. I mean, you know what he's like, he's an insomniac. He just could never sleep. He loved his fishing. So we used to come into training every morning, collar and tie. When we trained at Ibrox, that was just something, the history of the club, 140 years, we used to come in collar and tie. So and he used to be in every morning, bang on 9 o'clock for training at 10, but one morning he's not there. It's 10 o'clock, 9:45, and we're looking about, where's Gascoigne, you know? Next minute the door gets kicked open and he comes in with a pair of waders on, right? With collar and tie underneath. Holding up two of the biggest trout you've ever seen in your life, right? So we were just falling about laughing, couldn't believe it. Hysterical, right? So he was injured and I was injured. So the boys go away in the minibus and they go away training. And he said to me, he says, right, come on, Coisty, he says, we'll have a laugh for the fish. I says, what do you mean? He said, right, who's been annoying you? And I went, I said, Jury. I says, Gordon Jury's been really annoying me. He says, right, get into his pocket, get his car keys. So we went into Dukey's car, his trousers, went out of his car, right? So he comes out with the 2 fish, Gascoigne. So we open up the boot. No, this is unbelievable. So one screw, the spare wheel, and I throw the fish in, and I go to throw the other fish in. And Gascoigne says, no, he says. I said, what do you mean? He says, watch. So he takes one of the fish out, screws the wheel back on, he finds a compartment in the back seat of this car that you wouldn't know existed, and throws the other fish in there. And he looks at me and says, when he finds the first fish, he'll think that's it. Do you know what I mean?
So
it's a sensational criminal devious mind. That's what we're dealing with. Well, I need to tell you, for the next 3 or 4 days, Jury's coming in, he's saying, "But smelling my car, I can't get rid of it." He says, "I'm even stopping at the traffic lights," he says, "there's people walking by me." And then, of course, he finds the first fish, like Gascoigne said he would find the first fish. And he thinks that's it, but he says, for the life of me, can't get rid of the smell. And I swear to God, we went out one day to go on the bus, and you know these wee Christmas trees, air fresheners? It was like Sherwood Forest. Yellow ones, orange ones, blue ones, purple ones, every fragrance known to man, you know? And I think it took him about a month to get rid of the smell in the car when he found the second fish. But, I mean, that was Gascoigne, the funny side of Gascoigne. But, you know, what a great human being. Well, obviously well documented his problems, which we obviously hope he sorts himself out, which would be great. But what a lad.
Well, I've had a great day at Broxbourne Zoo. Really enjoyed my day.
Paradise Wildlife Park.
Sorry, that's right. Sorry. Paradise Wildlife Park. Well, I've had a fantastic day at Paradise Wildlife.
Now we stumped him.
Wildlife Park. Well, I've had a fantastic day at Paradise Wildlife.
Do you want me to write it on a card?
Wildlife Park. Hi. Well, I've had a fantastic day at Wildlife Park. Paradise Wildlife. Paradise.
Stand here, look, read it off me back.
Paradise Wildlife Park. Paradise Wildlife Park. Well, I've had a fantastic day at the Paradise Wildlife Park. I've seen all the animals I could want to see. Fantastic day. Well, that's your call for us now, and I think it's about time I went off and done some training.